Hey guys, today we will have a look at the new version of Volumio, Volumio version 3, an audio software OS for Raspberry Pi and other platforms, which comes now also with a new subscription plan announcement. This should be a major update. What Volumio team claims is that the main benefits of this new version 3 is a complete rewrite of the code, which should make the user interface much faster and more stable, new sound engine, new user interface called Manifest, multi-room synchronized playback, and improved plugin system. So let's dive into it and see how it performs and differs. I have already done a step-by-step tutorial how to install Volumio, so let me just go quickly with you through the installation. First, as usual, we need to download the image of the system and flash it on our SD card. You can use Balanature or Rufus, as in my case, to flash the image. After that, we just need to insert our SD card into our Raspberry Pi and boot up the system. I measured the time and the first boot up takes around 50 seconds. It all depends on the speed of your SD card, so it may differ for you. We can access then Volumio via its web UI to finalize the initial setup. For that you need to know IP address of your Raspberry Pi. If you don't know how to find it, you can watch my Raspberry Pi Basics video to find out and see how to make the IP address of your Raspberry Pi static so it doesn't change. So the initial installation wizard is pretty much the same as in the previous versions. Nothing changed here. I'm using for the purpose of this video my second Raspberry Pi with an USB DAC connected to it as my output. If you have an additional audio head attached on your Raspberry Pi, select the output accordingly to your device. So after the installation wizard finishes, we are prompted to log in or create an account. So let's first have a look what the free account offers and if something changed. Well, what you can get today is exactly as before. You can stream locally stored music, you can use Volumio as a UPnP and DLNA client, and you can stream web radios. I was curious if the new Manifest UI will be available to the free account users, and even that at first you can select it in the appearance settings and the UI changes. After a minute or two a notification pops up telling you that you need a premium account. If you cancel the notification, it will pop up again, and then it will eventually stop the playback. Okay, so let's go premium to explore this new UI design and more. I'll be talking overall about the pricing plan changes later on, so let's focus now purely on some main features in the premium plan. First and most importantly is the possibility of Tidal, Obus, and Hi-Res Audio native integration, and Tidal Connect feature, which makes your Raspberry Pi a Tidal Connect device, so you can control directly everything from Tidal app on your phone or on your computer. Another important thing, as previously mentioned in my review of Volumio, you need to have premium package, or previously at least Virtuoso plan, to be able to use Bluetooth on your Raspberry Pi for streaming, if that is your thing you would like to use. There are additional features which goes with premium plan indeed, as the multi-room streaming with remote connection up to 6 devices, music and artist discovery, CD ripping and playback, digital and analog inputs playback, and other. Now with the new release, let's have a look at the new Manifest UI, which also requires premium plan. And what a pleasant change. What you notice first is indeed the most simplified look of the interface, with a glass, blurry cover art faded background, as we could see in Mood Audio and other players on other platforms as Tidal, for example. The actual cover art dominates the left side of the UI. On the right side we have basic information starting from the top with a track title and artist name, Below a source icon with a bitrate info following, you have the usual possibility to like the song, add the song to a new local playlist, and then other options represented with the three dots icon, which reveals a pop-up menu with implemented premium feature buttons of music and artist discovery, which allows you to show artist story or even album's story if available. The rest of the right side of the interface is dedicated to the same feature, showcasing artist story if available. What is a nice touch is that if the story is longer than a dedicated space, it will scroll up automatically and at the end resets back down to its position and again starts over slowly the scrolling. The loop due to the slow speed of the scrolling is not annoying to your eyes and doesn't cause any unnecessary distraction. As another important element of the user interface is quite large library search icon in the right bottom corner of the screen, which allows you to access your library and other connected sources. The double speaker's top right icon shows you multi-room instances of your Volumio for easy multi-room playback management. And finally, the left three-line sandwich icon takes you to the main menu. Pretty straightforward and simple. Overall, all elements' corners are rounded, which is not my cup of tea, but still thanks to the small corner radius, it looks really nice. The font size and overall scaling of all elements seems to me just right, and I really like it. Now if we look at the previous user interfaces, we can see how outdated they have been for such a long time. I believe once you start using the new Manifest UI, you will never go back to those other two. One more update comes with this release, and that is related to its mobile app, which was updated as well, and this time it's free to download for everyone. Yes, you still can access Volumio via web browser on your phone, as you normally would do, but still most people prefer a dedicated app. I tested the Android app, and I have to say the Manifest UI looks even better on mobile app. It's super clean and super easy to use. I didn't experience any bugs. Again, the scaling of all elements is just perfect there, and I really enjoy to look at and use. The UI just looks beautiful to me. From all those apps I have ever used, maybe just WPNP app looks a bit better to me. I'm not sure. When it comes to plugins, seems that the team managed to release with this new version all previously established plugins, including Spotify and Spotify Connect indeed, Urun Bridge, and other. I tested the Spotify Connect plugin and I didn't experience any problems. It worked just fine. I also tested again Tidal Connect, and it seems even more responsive on any input, track change, volume change, and other. It feels just a bit faster than previously to me. Cover arts worked seamlessly too, without any issues. With this release, as I already mentioned, a new pricing plan comes, which might be quite unpleasantly forcing for some, as now we have just two options: a free plan, with all its limitations as before, and premium plan, which is now around €7 per month if you decide to pay monthly. So basically the cheaper option most people went for before, called Virtuoso, which was around €3 per month, and included native Tidal and Obus integration, plus Tidal Connect, Bluetooth, is gone. Now we are all forced to go for the most expensive option instead, which was called before Superstar, and included multi-room streaming, artist discovery feature, and other not most common features majority of people would not really need on everyday basis. Thankfully, what is good though is that if you are currently on a Virtuoso plan, it will still remain valid until it expires or you decide to upgrade to Premium. So what is my conclusion about Volumio version 3? Well, the Manifest UI, the new clothing, is something which we have been waiting for a long time, and it makes a big difference from user point of view. The promised overall speed improvement is something I can confirm is real, and the user interface is super fast, can't be more simple, and that is probably a good thing for most people. So the new manifesto is the main selling point here. The implemented music artist discovery feature is good, but very basic and not as rich as I would imagine. It's simple and plain, and sometimes you come across especially some new artists when there is no additional info at all, or it's just a one sentence. I don't know if this info is extracted from Last.fm or other services probably, but for some it can be enough. For some, a proper linkage to other similar albums or related works of artists, composers would be more desirable and would feel more complex and as a true music discovery feature. Maybe after some time we will have some more improvements in this. So overall I feel with these improvements this is Volumio that always supposed to be as a full package. It feels as it should. The user interface is modern, super nice, and it's fast. The whole system takes around 250 megabytes of RAM, which is not so bad, and overall it finally feels as a complete system I would recommend. But the price you have to pay is something to consider, as should reflect your actual everyday needs. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel about the new pricing plan and how you like this new release. If you like my work, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.